Hello, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our abundance reading. Today is our day 152. And let me get on our YouTube channel. Let me make sure that our live streaming now will go live on our YouTube moment. I'm just curious, how many of you really have this book in your hand? Expert Secrets. I will introduce this in one moment. And today, this is our sixth book of this year. Let me get on our YouTube channel playing on Abundance 365 Days Reading List. Okay, so now back to our Zoom. This book, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson, in our comments, pretty soon you will find, actually in a daily update, you will see that the free copy from this company, okay? Free copy. And we've been very close to the end. Now it's a secret, number 19, the perfect webinar hack. We learned about the perfect webinar, the presentation, the flow, the funnel flow, and now is the hack. As you can see, it takes time to create a perfect webinar presentation. Yeah, there are like 66 slides. Most people spend a week or two creating their first one. And even though I've been using the format for years, I'll often spend a couple of days creating one presentation. Well, that's really not a long time to create the foundation of millions of dollars in a business. Sometimes you don't have time. For example, about 2 years ago, I was helping a close friend launch a new company that's automated webinar software. His sales process looked very traditional, and they were getting average sales, driving traffic into his funnel. Then he decided to launch an affiliate contest where the winner got $50,000. That's a good price, right? I thought it would be fun to compete, but I knew the only way I could win was to change how he was selling his product. I had planned on creating a perfect webinar, but as the deadline to win the $50,000 got closer, I ran out of time. I was competing against 100 other affiliates who had been promoting for several weeks, and I was very behind. There were only a few days left before the contest ended. I was about to give up and just blow it off, but then I had an idea. What if I could quickly create a perfect webinar and launch it in the next 10 to 15 minutes? I had to laugh at myself for minutes. Then I got serious. I knew I could never pull it off with traditional PowerPoint or keynote slides. But what if I just wrote out the key components on a whiteboard? I had no idea if it would work, but it was my only shot. So I started to ask myself a lot of the questions I've covered throughout this book. I'm going to run through them quickly for you right now, because that's all I do in the 15 minutes before I went live with this presentation. Note, all these elements could have been much stronger if I had more time, but I only had 15 minutes before I went live. This is okay, 15 minutes. See how 15 minutes can create magic. Okay, so I had to think really fast. So that's why he speaks fast, he thinks fast, and he moves fast, he acts fast. That's actually a trait for successful people. I want you to see what you can put together when you use the concepts in this book as guidelines. Question number 1. So how many questions? Let me see. Question 5 and the secret 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So question number 1. What's the new opportunity I'm offering? Answer: increasing webinar sales using my weekly webinar model. For this product, we were selling automated webinar software, which was nothing new. So I offered them a new opportunity to sell more through webinars using my weekly webinar model. This was a new opportunity that most people at the time had never heard of. Okay, so the traditional way is very slow, right? So the new opportunity to sell more through webinars using Russell's weekly webinar model. Remember he mentioned that in the previous secrets and weekly webinar. And okay, question 2, what is the one big domino for this offer? This is very interesting. Okay, selling automated webinar software. The software use webinar to sell automated webinar software. That's a one dominant answer. If I can get them to believe that doing webinars through my model is the only way they can go to 7 figures in the next 12 months, then they have to give me money. So I wrote out this title: How to Make at Least 7 Figures Next Year with this webinar model. Is that attractive to you? Question 3. What special offer can I create for those who purchase? Answer. I spent 5 minutes writing out my stack on a whiteboard. Stack on a whiteboard, including everything I would give people who purchased this through my affiliate link. His software helped people conduct webinars. So I brainstormed things I already had that would complement, remember this word, what he was selling. Here is what my stack looked like. So this is like add values. For example, even though like I could actually hack this idea, right? Use Russell's like ClickFunnels affiliate to provide like a sell ClickFunnels, this kind of software, right? Like a free trial. And I need to use something to complement what they are selling. Okay, so his stack is what you are gonna get. The perfect webinar script is all related to what they're selling, right? Webinar. So for example, funnel. So for example, if I'm using a funnel, ClickFunnels affiliate, I could sell funnel related, my existing funnel sharing funnel. Here he said the perfect webinar script, the perfect webinar training. That's like $9,000, my God. Video of my closing live. So he has already like related ones, right? Closing live, perfect webinar funnel. That's a funnel one. And then my webinar funnel, priceless. So perfect webinar funnel and then my webinar funnel. I don't know what's the difference, but then my webinar funnel is like priceless. Okay. So total value, that's $14,988. Wow. Question 4. What is my epiphany bridge origin story? Answer. The story about how I boomed at my first event and Armand Morin taught me how to do the stack. Oh, so the stack thing about the closing and stack. Okay, that's a perfect webinar script, a perfect webinar training, video of closing. Okay, perfect funnel, and webinar funnel. Okay, so this is about a stack. Epiphany bridge origin story and related to the stack. And bombed at my first event, told me how to do the stack. Okay, so that's a transformation, right? Bombed at his first event means that he did not really make good sales from there. And then Armand taught him how to use stack and then change the story, right? Then question 5, what are 3 false beliefs they have about this new opportunity? The 3 secrets. And what epiphany bridge stories will I tell to break those false beliefs patterns? I broke them down like this. A, what is their number 1 false belief about webinars? The vehicle we were putting them into. Number like a B, what epiphany great story do I have that got me to believe in webinars? I knew my epiphany had occurred when I learned the script for how to sell on webinars, which eventually became the perfect webinar. So I then wrote on the whiteboard, secret number 1, it's all about the script. Then I went into secret number 2, C. What is their number 1 false belief about their personal ability to execute on this vehicle? D. What epiphany bridge story do I have that get me to believe in my ability? Oh, okay, so he wrote those questions and then he get a summary about what is the secret, right? The secret is all about the script. That's the secret number 1. And so people's first false belief with the webinar is about the script part. Let's see which one to become a perfect. Okay. So that's from his story. Okay, you need it from your story, epiphany story. Now, then went into secret number 2. Okay, those ones, epiphany, what first belief about this vehicle. Remember about this vehicle. For me, my big epiphany was understanding how the webinar model worked, and that I could actually do it. So I then wrote on the whiteboard. Number 2 is understanding the model. It's about the internal one, and remember the internal one, right? Understanding the model. That's the inner one. So first is about the webinar, is about the vehicle. Okay, anyway. Finally, I wrote about the third secret. What is their number 1 false belief of out force that they think will keep them from success? F, what epiphany bridge story do I have that got me to understand the truth? Remember, it's just like a false belief and your original epiphany bridge story to make that to break their belief. For me, my epiphany was understanding that this only works if you do it live every week until it converts to actual results. I then wrote down, okay, do it live every week until it converts to actual results. So the external one. So the secret is number 3 is you have to do this live until, so that's his secret. Ooh, here's a picture of Russell with his whiteboard, on his whiteboard teaching. And so now this probably, let me double review this process a little bit not familiar. Let me see. Secret number 1 is all about the webinar. So talk about the webinar or vehicle. Okay. First about the vehicle. About the vehicle is about the script. And so Russell shared his story. And then the next one about their personal ability, that's inner one. Okay. This is inner, let's see. Inner obstacle. Okay, when they think about their inner obstacle, he shared about his story, how to actually understanding the model, okay, understanding how the webinar model worked. And he went to the outside force, is that you need to do, what's the context or what's the condition, you need to do is live until. Okay, that's it. So now those probably weren't the best titles in the world, and I'm sure with a few days of messaging them, made them amazing. But this whole process only took me about 15 minutes. Amazing. And I had to figure out how to promote this message to the most people in the least amount of time. I didn't have time to set up a webinar funnel and get people into the sequence. I needed to start getting sales immediately. So I opened up 2 of my phones, turned on Facebook Live. Facebook Live. This is the easiest, let's see. Oh, he did not get time to set up a webinar funnel because that may take a few days. On Facebook Live and Periscope. I did not use Periscope, but Facebook Live, and click to go live on both platforms. Because I already have strong followings in both places, I was live in front of hundreds of people within seconds. Users go live. I did the presentation by just talking off the top of my head, sharing my epiphany great stories, and then going into my stack and close. It's just like that easy, right? Without register people into a list, and just to go live and start to sell. Okay, so within 26 minutes and 32 seconds, my presentation was done. That's a very short presentation, right? Just under 30 minutes. I had no idea if it was good or bad. It was all so quick. But as I looked at my stats, I saw the sales flooding in. I was then able to promote those presentations on Facebook and other places for the next 3 days until the contest was over. Wow, that's like 15 minutes of launching. During this time, over 100,000 people saw this presentation. So like previously, actually, what he did before was right? He accumulated all those followers. We ended up doing over $250,000 in sales. And I won the $50,000 cash prize. Not bad for only 15 minutes of presentation. That's amazing, right? And while I thought that was pretty cool, Even more exciting was the fact that Brandon and Killing Collins saw what I did and decided to model it. Later that day, they launched a Facebook Live session and did almost the same thing. They had their stack written down on a whiteboard, and Killing wrote her 3 secrets on paper. 3 secrets on paper, okay, stacked on a whiteboard. Secrets on a paper, which she showed as she was teaching and telling her story. This is amazing, right? It's like, see, Killing is doing that similar thing, the same day, afternoon. Showing like on the whiteboard, like unlimited all this class. Okay, she's giving people all the stats, and then she's secret number 1: eat more, lose more. Okay, all this kind of false beliefs she's putting on the paper. That's a great one, actually. Not necessarily need like a formal presentation. That could sometimes be boring as well, like on a formal webinar. And they are just using this hack. I like this. It's just like a quick solution. 15 minutes of a quick solution. My goodness. I'm thinking about I need a whiteboard now first. I need a whiteboard. The paper I can do it. They just on paper. Like Killing did that print on a paper. And Russ and Killing did the print. Also did all this kind of writing. And you can see here. Handwriting on his whiteboard. It's even more raw, right? And telling her story. Okay. Wow. Their first try at this process made them over $100,000, and they've gone on to do it each month since. In fact, recently they did over $650,000 from one Facebook Live presentation. Ooh. That's one of, maybe I heard the most lucrative or profitable presentation. Using a perfect webinar script without any on the slides. Love this. Just a whiteboard and a few sheets of papers. So you do not really need the PowerPoint slides. You put on a stack on the whiteboard, what they will get, and use a few sheets of paper, share the secrets, the false beliefs, and then your epiphany stories. As you master, I would definitely try this in the future. As you master the perfect webinar script and you get better at telling stories and delivering your offer, you can use it to sell almost any product with just a few minutes notice. The perfect webinar is perfect. The only time it doesn't work is when people mess it up by not following what I've laid out in this book. If you try it and it doesn't work, I can tell you from experience, it's probably for these reasons. Okay, predict the failure. Okay, number 1, you pick a market and no one wants to hear what you have to say. But okay, this is like lessons, but it's also a good test to see if you pick that market. Number 2, you build an improvement offer and no one wants to buy it. Okay, improvement offer. Remember, should be what kind of offer? Breaking, what's the true name should be? Not improvement, but like a new vehicle. Okay, it's like should be new vehicle. Okay, people don't want just improvement because the pain will still be there. They want a new vehicle. Number 3, you flipped into teaching mode. Sometimes we do that, teaching mode, and didn't create an environment for change. So create an environment for change. Super important. Okay, so let me see. I can predict which one I may, let's see, which one I may do. I may make mistakes. Improvement offer, not a new vehicle. That could be a key. And then, yeah, actually every step. The bar market, bad market, maybe the market is clear, the niche is not clear enough. Then there's no bad market, but not clarified market, and the market is not really like a profitable market. That's possible. And especially important is like you do not have a new vehicle, you're just providing an improvement. And that's not attract people, right? You need to really break the pattern and provide a vehicle. So then last one, do not get into teaching mode. You need to persuade them to have, just like transform their false beliefs. That's the most important thing. Okay, now, if you pick a good market to make a new opportunity, this is truly a new opportunity. Okay, new week or new opportunity. That is truly irresistible. And then use your presentation to break and rebuild their belief patterns around the new opportunity. Promise. Okay, so those 3 1. We folks choose first to pick a good market. And second, make that is irresistible. And the third one, use presentation to break and rebuild their belief patterns to that new opportunity. Okay, it works. As you follow what I do, you will see me using this script and story process in all situations, including video sales letters, tennis seminars, product launch videos, Google Hangouts, Facebook Live videos, and even in my email sequences. Forum page is a cheat sheet you can use to structure your perfect webinar fast. So perfect webinar cheat sheet. So there are 5 questions. He answered okay. He answered all those 5 questions, not just 5 questions, and also the stack. Okay, including the stack. Okay. Let's see the cheat sheet. Question 1, what's the new opportunity I'm offering? Question 2, what's the one big domino for this offer? And number 3, what special offer can I create for those who purchase? That means that stack. Number 2, the big dominoes, like what's a new, okay, first is the new opportunity. The second one is like, if I can get them believe that the big domino or new opportunity. And let's see. Through his model is the only way they can get to that results, and they have to give you money. Okay, so yeah. And the 4, see the force belief, internal one. Okay, number D. Let's see, where's okay, let's see. Number 3 is a special offer. Question 4 is what is my Epiphany Bridge origin story? Number 5 is what are 3 false beliefs they have about this new opportunity, the 3 secrets, and what Epiphany Bridge stories will I tell to break those false belief patterns? So then there's a B, C, D, E, F. Let me see. Those false beliefs, 3 false beliefs, weaker, internal, external. Okay, he's actually using like 3 sets. False belief, Epiphany Bridge story. Oh, okay. So AB is a pair. You have a false, you have a bridge story. The next one is false belief, and the Epiphany Bridge story is what? And the false, it's just like he uses himself as a, right? Always whatever false belief you have, and use his experience to break it and read new beliefs. And the third set is a false belief about external, and then Epiphany Bridge story about external. So you need to refer to those and get it. Well, this is like it's like not difficult reading, but it's like a super fantastic, very efficient practice. And then let me see, let me quickly try to, I do not want to move quickly on, but I want to try to see how I use this. What's the new opportunity I'm offering? The new I am offering. He used the either ClickFunnels or his like a webinar model. It's a new. So this is part of what really challenged me. What is totally like a new opportunity instead of improvement? For example, I'm teaching people how to launch their purposeful and profitable online business. What's my new vehicle? New vehicle. So far, I have so the content definitely is not the best. It's like improvement, right? And let's say the movement one, the abundance niche movement. What's a new opportunity? Yeah, that's actually the biggest challenge here so far, because I do not have a software and my model. How do I say that model? That movement has different components from. I should create one. Okay, so that new opportunity from the niche primary purpose for niche, P&P niche, to, let's say, you need to create a model. Okay, use that model, have like niche, and then it's a brand and offer and content. Yeah, this could be too complicated for most people. I need to find that domino. Offer content, community. If I put the system there as too many. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. How about energy? I actually want to see system and energy. I have this model already. I just need to give a good name there. Just right on the webinar. Remember the webinar selling? It's just using, let me see, review that quickly. This new opportunity is sending automated software, offer them a new opportunity using his like weekly webinar model. Weekly webinar model. It's just a model. Okay, it's like a sales suite actually. So I could use this one if I they call it like a launch model. Yeah, because I focus on the launch. The abundance launch model. Yeah, is this abundant launch model. Abundant niche launch model. Oh gosh, I need this kind of like a naming skills. So folks, I think now I'm providing the abundance, right? That's the energy, art. Let me see how many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 components in this kind of a model. My sprints, I need a good abundant launch model. Abundance movement, launch model, abundance movement. Okay. Abundance movement, launch model. Abundance movement, launch model. Okay, so that could be the name so far. Okay, where I put a niche? I do not really need a niche here. So abundance movement launch model. Okay, that's my new vehicle. And what is the big domino for this offer? Big domino is if I get them to believe that creating online business through my abundance movement launch model is the only way they can get to their successful online business in the next 90 days. Then they have to give me money. So I wrote this title. The title should be what? How to make, he said, not how to make 7-figure with this webinar model. Okay, so mine will be like how to launch. So I said use a launch model. How to build or how to create. You can see. Let me use here. How to, it's my big dominant title. How to create a profitable and wow, it's like a big box. Create a profitable and impactful business. Impactful business in 90 days. This week, okay, with the abundance move launch model. Okay, so this is the AMLM. That's the so far title. Okay, so I've already created a title, but I just need to add this vehicle there with the abundance movement launch model. Okay, question 3, what special offer? So I will give them the special offer, give them the versus this training, right? This training course or coaching course, and let's say the offer blueprint, the content, let's say the brand The brand vision board, I've already created that one. Just need to format, like put it the former format. Vision board, brand vision board. And I have the niche. Oh, okay. I have the first, the niche, the purposeful and profit, but niche secrets, that online course. And second one is the vision board, the brand vision board, and offer blueprint. That's the third one. And 4 is a content freedom challenge. And then community, that's number 5. Community have, and it have some like a guidelines for their community, building a thriving community, and including those like what questions to ask and what kind of people to fit in, right? And then number 6, the system, that could be my funnel. System could be my funnel, shared funnel. And then finally, energy, I've already had it's number 7. I have this this abundance, the meditation and activation energy practice. So far I only need to finalize a few like those 7 components, finalize some like product guidance there. Sure, I got it. Now, see, I just need a few steps for me to that stack to be ready. So Russell's example is like his webinar scripts and the trading. I think he has already that a video closing, perfect webinar funnel. He has that already, and my webinar funnel presence. Actually, the things he has not. Okay, this is a secret here I want to share. Some of that he did not actually finished yet. Remember his webinar funnel? He said he did not have time to do that, but he's packaging that, sharing that stuff anyway, and because he could finish that later. So similar to me, I do not need to wait all these components to be fully ready. It's just like tomorrow, just like tomorrow, because now it's too late. And tomorrow, if I have a whiteboard, I could already sell this already, my perfect webinar. Okay, so this is great. And number 4, question number 4, what is my epiphany bridge origin story? His is about a webinar. Mine is about this. For example, I could talk about the niche and all this kind of thing. Mine is like the system is a little bit very comprehensive. So my original story, starting from the niche one, I missed the niche part, right? And then the step by step, all this kind of from niche to brand to offer to content to community, system and energy. So I could start from the niche. That's my original story. Niche I did not know, or my niche is good or not. So my niche is quite generic and even split it, and not really impacted, like negatively impacted my sales, my business development, and how I epiphany like then after I learned through those mentors and how I break through that false belief, and now it's working, right? So that's my original story. And then what are 3 false beliefs they have? So the first one about the vehicle, what false, and in the refer to these examples. And the vehicle is about, for example, people talk about the webinar. Mine could be like this kind of a launch model. What false belief they could have. So about the script, he said about the script, how to sell on webinar, the script. For me, it's about movement, actually. People in the story, false belief is this kind of a movement. This movement has those components, systematic movement, the abundance movement, how he learned the script for how to sell on webinars. So the first one, then the script. It's all about the script. For me, it's all about the movement. The second belief, like it's about the inner belief. This is about a personal ability to execute. That's true. Everything could be similar. In my system, is also like they doubt their personal ability to execute. So what's my secret number 2? Understanding the model, of course. The second one is so you can really model them. Understand the launch model. Remember this AMLM model. Abundance movement launching model. Okay, so once you understand it, it's easy. Now number 3. Number 3. Okay, so Russell's second one was understand how the revenue model worked and that I could actually do it. So I then wrote it on. Okay. 15. Ooh. Ooh. In the basement. 2 to 3. 3 needs. Sneeze. Okay, finally. He thought about the third secret is about outside force, right? What people's thinking. Think about that it only works for you if you do it live every week. Okay. My epiphany was okay. What's the secret? You have to do this live until. Okay, you have to do this live until. That's my third one. You have to take the momentum. Mine is take the weekly momentum. Take the weekly momentum. Yeah, because I have those, like, for example, Momentum Monday, and every week I do like this update to take the weekly momentum to create it. Okay, the weekly momentum to create the whole movement. And that's where I get to it. This momentum, okay, this momentum and this model and the movement. Ta-da! I finished mine. Ooh, see this kind of practice. So this is what I will guide myself to do the perfect webinar cheat sheet in how many minutes? Maybe it's around the similar time, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, I finished mine. So if I have a whiteboard now, I can write on it and I can share with people. Okay, I think next week, I will do this. I will first say how much I could put on my presentation, and then I could get something either on whiteboard on printed paper. That could work as well. Okay, so this is definitely, I put it here. And tomorrow we will get to secret number 20. Okay, so everything is getting better and better. You see that his teaching is accommodated from the previous all this foundation knowledge about those like stories and beliefs, false beliefs, and then perfect webinar script, perfect webinar like the stack, and then perfect webinar funnel, and now perfect webinar hack. Oh gosh, it's become better and better. We have 3 secrets to go. And everyone, thank you for following me. I hope if you really are following us, reading this is gold. This is not gold. This is diamond. This is will decide the difference from the success or maybe like get to the next level. So we will continue tomorrow. Okay, and the next secret will be what? Email epiphany funnels. That will be great, interesting emails. And let me see. What's the next one? The 21. It's a 21 secret. Epiphany product launch funnels. And then fill your funnel. Wow. I'm so grateful for Russell's teachings. Let's move on. Okay. Remember that momentum. Let's see you tomorrow. Okay. Take good care. Bye-bye.